Hey, thanks again for watching Jeeps Rock. We thought we'd real quickly just set up a real quick setup of our overlaying setup. This is our Roadshower 4 on top. We've got our trail racks on the side with our gas and water on either side. And then we're also going to bring out our SHIFTPOD Mini. But we're just going to show like from start to finish what it looks like. So we'll speed up the process here and we'll let you see from start to finish what it looks like. Here we go. Hello. This is our SHIFTPOD Mini. This is our LIFESAVER. This is where we can pull water right out of this lake right here and have fresh water. 99% purities are removed from it. Got to have a nice cool fan. This is our bug out bag with all of our essentials as well as some extra clothes. And then really that's about it for our little weekend camping, and that's going to be our little generator that we use to run our fan and charge our phones, that type of thing. So that's about all we need out of here. This is going to be for our awning, which we've got here on the back. So we'll get the awning up first. This also has guidelines on the side too. If you think it's going to be some high winds, you can lock that down too. But what we're doing also is for our camp setup, we're going to put our SHIFTPOD Mini right here and get a little bit more shade too. That way, kind of keep that direct sun off of it too. So we've already got our awning. Again, we've got our Roadshower 4. It's all ready to go. 7 gallons of water. Now we're going to go ahead and put up our tent. This has enough room to even have room for an extra tarp, which why not do that to kind of keep all that extra water from the bottom. It's a beautiful night. We're gonna get this up just before it gets dark. So I'll show you how easy this is. Again, this is the SHIFTPOD Mini. Takes more time probably to get it out of the bag than it does to set it up, which is just crazy. But I'm going to put it up right here so you can still see it in the daylight. All you do, remove these 2 clips, and then what I do, I get those out of the way, but I kind of peek in a little bit and I look for the opening of the tent. So that way I don't have it all the way open and then try to have to rotate it. Looking for the opening right now. Looks like it's right here on my left. And just like I had mentioned before, we're going to put it right here so you guys can see it. But all you do is right here is the opening that I mentioned right here. All you do is you just pull this out. That's already one. You can get in if you want to and pull it open, which is what they recommend. But for this video, I'm trying to keep it so you can see it all the way. So you can see we're almost done. And then there's just one more right here in the middle, and that's where they want you to go inside. And just push it up. So I'll do that now. And that is how easy it is to set up the SHIFTPOD Mini. I'm just going to go ahead and bring it into place. If I want to, I can tie this all down. So now we've got that set up for us. Got our tent set up. We'll make sure this course, you want to make sure that you got your windows open, start getting some ventilation. If you need to air it out from the last time. Got a nice little exit sign in here. Whole inside of the tent is all white. Sorry, I shouldn't say a tent, it's actually a shelter. And this comes back here, it's closed off. So again, if we wanted to, we know it's gonna start raining. We might even put it right under here. And yes, it'll fit right here with no problem. So then we'll get this out of the way. We've got our LIFESAVER again, like I mentioned. Put that right there, get us a little extra weight. We've got our bug out bag again. Probably put that right here. Or if we want to, we've got our GP Factor table right here. Has no problem with weight. Put that right there. Now we have access to our bag. Get all of our goods out that we need to. Not having to bend down on the ground, or if I had extra gear right here. Got a nice little table, get all my stuff. Again, this is our bug out bag. We've got glow sticks. I mean, we got pretty much anything you think of for when you need to get out quickly. We've got gauze, we've got compressed toilets, you name it. Electrical tape. We've even got our blood type here on the side in case somebody needs to know, in case they need to help us. And the last thing that we need to do is just set up our lovely Terraflex chair. And again, we've got our tent with our air conditioning here with our little fan. We can run that with our little portable generator. Just plug that in right here. We have two normal like wall sockets you normally have at your house, and tons of places to charge for your cell phones. Also, we also have our own solar power. We need to do that too. And this is nice because I think it's on this side. Yep, it's on side. It's got this little handle right here. We can put it wherever we want. I usually put it right here. So now I'm charging my batteries. Again, we'll go ahead and we'll get this out of the way. Again, I just want to talk a little bit more about the SHIFTPOD Mini. This is actually a 70 by 70, so I can get a full-size air mattress in here. It's good for like 1 to 2 people at max, but it's also quite light to where actually the bag is set up to where you can actually put it over your back and carry it if you had to do like a light hike and wanted to put it up to a certain point. This has actually been all the way out to Mount Everest at the very top as one of their base camps. So it's made for extreme heat, extreme cold. This is very reflective, and again, I can say that it's got this white interior, so when you decide to put a light inside, it lights up the whole entire area. It's really nice. There's really no shadows inside. So you can see it's got all these different poles in here that are all put together all inside, so you don't have to do anything else except just pull the sides, pop up the center, and you're done. Again, it's got a little hook on the top, which is nice. I don't know what it was exactly designed for, but what we decided to do ours for is we've got it to where we can do a solar panel. It's got all these different tie down points. So what you do is you can put one right here, and again, they've got it's really solid points. You're going to put this down to your guide wires. And there's also it's another silver reflective piece as well for a rainfly that we'll go over as well, and you just clip those into the stakes. So it comes with all the hardware that you would need, very easy to set up. Again, it's also got your bug mesh here on the side too. So just really a nice setup. And again, also letting you know, very first time we set this up and used it, we couldn't believe it because there was no condensation inside. Great ventilation, couldn't believe it. Not even the sides of the walls, nothing was wet inside, which you normally have with a tent, where you don't want to touch the sides every time you wake up in the morning because it's just going to get so wet, it's going to get sticky. That was not a problem in here. And again, I highly recommend getting an actual fan that you can put inside that actually runs off a generator versus like your battery operated fans. They just don't have enough air movement. But when we run this and run this combined together, it is amazing. It's just like having air conditioning. It's so nice. You get that full breeze airflow going through. And again, you can also charge up and run different devices on here at the same time while you're running your fan. So just a really nice little setup that we have now with the SHIFTPOD Mini. Again, we have our rooftop tent awning, and It's really nice. It's also, again, I mentioned it's a Jeep branded. We've got our GP Factor tailgate table with also our Molle set up with our bags. We've got all of our cooking supplies right here, so we can cook right here. Again, it's got a lot of weight that it can handle. This is our bug out bag that we can put all our stuff on here, get access to it. And then if you see behind me, this is actually going to be a hatch light bar, if I'm done right. LED or Brawley is what their main company is called. And this is amazing because it shoots light all the way to the back, and it'll shoot all the way past this and hit our tent at night, which is just so nice because we can see everything. We don't have to put lights down our awnings or anything. It all from just one light because it's perfectly placed to where it can shoot here as well as inside. And then again, we have our little TerraFlex chair, which is so nice. And then we have our Roadshower 4. What we'll do is we're gonna go ahead and switch over and show you the Roadshower 4 a little bit more and talk more about the Roadshower 4. As we walk along, we're going to the Roadshower 4. I'm gonna talk about that now. So the Roadshower 4 is 7 gallons, it's pressurized. I've got an onboard air system from ARB, and what I do is, it's just like you would do on your valve stem. You just plug it in here. It takes 25 to 30 psi to pressurize it, and you have 7 gallons of pressurized water. And then you have your normal sprayer with all adjustable. This again comes with Roadshower 4. And if you want to, and you need to, take a shower, you can do that too by using their optional flex head shower head. And that is just using a quick disconnect. And that actually shoots right behind here. Now, I have a flexible shower head, put it where I want. And I've actually done this. I just sit here right here in my chair, and I can just sit here and just let it soak on me if I can just get a little bit of a mist, just to stay nice and cool. Or I can take a shower. And then right down below, for at night, these are my KC C2 scene lights that are gonna shoot out way further than they need to for the capability that I need. But that allows me to line up, and if it's completely darkness, I can see what is around me before I go and set up my whole setup for my tent or my shelter in that spec for the SHIFTPOD Mini. But this is a Roadshower 4, and then we've got our trail racks right here, and this is our Roto Pack. And what we've done here is this is 4 gallons. If you want to, you can actually add another set on top of here. So if you add that up, you can have up to 16 gallons on the outside if you really need to make sure you get enough gas for where you're going. We normally have no problem actually with 4, and on the other side we actually have our water and storage. So if we wanted to, we can switch that out and put double water if we wanted to. But we also have our LIFESAVER. And this LIFESAVER allows us to go right behind us in this lake if we wanted to. Fill this up, and it'll actually purify, and this is also pressurized as well. So we have plenty of water wherever we go. As long as we've got some kind of water resource, we can fill this up, let it do its purification, and it does over 99% purification for you. And you just pump that up like that. That's your pressurization. And then you open up this little nozzle and you have control of the water. If you want to do, you can do this as well. Put it on your tire, wherever you need to. Get a little bit more, lose the gravity, and that'll fill it up. And then the last part here on our side here are these. These are our Mec Magnets. And these are, like they said, they're magnets and from MEK. And they just come right off if you need to. Clean them up, store them if you need to. But this is actually protecting us from scrapes and rocks and trees, everything that we might come up on a trail, especially if it's not been managed very well. It's going to be some overgrowth. This protects us from that. So it's really nice. It completely transforms the Jeep. I'll just take one off just to show you the difference. But that is just a big difference when you go from black to an American flag. So again, this is just a quick walk around or side view of the dark side. It's kind of transformed into our Patriot version, and this is what we would do if we were going to go for a little quick camp out for a couple days. Thanks again for watching Jeeps Rock, and we'll see you out on the trail.